Hello and welcome to the news on ATA International. I am Chinenye Moye. Let's begin with the headlines. President Tinubu inaugurates people-oriented projects in Maiduguri, commends Governor Babagana Umar Zulum for the foresight. World Bank approves $500 million financing package to support small businesses in Nigeria. And Minister of Environment launches first West Africa polychlorinated biphenyls treatment center in Nigeria. Many thanks for joining us. President Bola Tinubu has commended Governor Babagana Umar Zulum of Borno State for sustaining momentum in executing people-oriented projects across the state. State House correspondent Musbal Dawahab reports that President Tinubu inaugurated some of the projects just completed by the governor in Maiduguri.
The governor and the people of Borno State for this transformation. Government is all about people. And Professor Zulum is doing a very good job of caring for people. The electric vehicles, the tricycles, the charging terminals in their thousands. This is the urban problem, mobility and transportation economy.
The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, says the All Progressives Congress support groups are an integral part of the Renewed Hope agenda and urged members to spread the goals and benefits of the 2026 budget of consolidation, renewed resilience and shared prosperity. While addressing party members at a dinner in Abuja, the government's chief spokesman preached unity, resilience and renewed support as necessary while supporting President Tinubu, who is building a stronger, secure and prosperous Nigeria. Salihu Abdullahi Gwanara reports.
It is second half of the first tenure mandate of the current administration, and the Renewed Hope team players seem more united and ready ahead of their future political encounter. The government spokesman has been adopted here as a captain as they unveil their political agenda.
Thank you, sir. We recognize the necessity of reform President Bola Ahmed Tinubu have initiated. We affirm our support for these reforms, the subsidy removal, the harmonization of foreign exchange rates.
This party was built on the back of support groups like yours. It was built on the strength, networking, sleepless nights, and logistic nightmares you've had to endure.
We have not seen so many faces for a very long time. You brought us together. We are seeing each other. We appreciate each other. Please clap for him, clap for him, clap for him, clap for him. Thank you very much, Mr. Minister.
Beyond being election time mobilizers, the minister described the APC support groups as strategic partners in defending facts and propagating government policies to the public, particularly its renewed commitment in security, economy, infrastructure, revenue mobilization to other tiers of government, and youth empowerment.
The president himself had a projection. He said he wants to bring down inflation to about 15%. Today, inflation is lower, which means the president has beaten his own record for inflation. The president has beaten his own record on GDP. Let us remain focused, let us remain united, and let us also remain resolute as we work with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to build a stronger, more prosperous, and more secure Nigeria that all of us need for the prosperity that he has promised us when he took office.
He assured that the Renewed Hope government under President Bola Tinubu remain focused on delivering effective services and building a secured Nigeria in Abuja. Salihu Abdullahi Gwanara, NTA News.
Nigeria has recorded a major achievement in environmental protection with the launch of West Africa's first polychlorinated biphenyls treatment center. The facility, the first of its kind in the country and the second in Africa, was inaugurated in Abuja by the Minister of Environment, Balarabe Abbas Lawal, GEF, UNDP, and partners. Charles Alpha reports.
Polychlorinated biphenyls, commonly known as PCBs, are highly hazardous pollutants that pose serious risk to human health, biodiversity, and the environment when improperly handled or disposed of.
PCBs are a group of toxic man-made organic chemicals. They accumulate if not used properly in tissues.
The fry akara will transform our oil. Oh, they say that oil is good because when you fry akara with it, it will not evaporate, it will not dry. It's a very dangerous thing in the environment, and we see by doing that, they are killing people.
PCBs can cause severe illnesses, including cancer, reproductive disorders, and long-term damage to ecosystems. They are also a major source of soil, water, and food contamination, threatening the well-being of both present and future generations. To address this problem, the Ministry of Environment, GEF, UNDP, and Environmentally Sound Management and Disposal came together to establish a PCB treatment center. This milestone, recorded at the Sheda Science and Technology Complex in Abuja, many believe demonstrates Nigeria's determination to reduce pollution through the collaborative efforts of the Ministries of Environment, Science and Technology, Power and Health. While inaugurating the facility in Abuja, the Minister of Environment, Balarabe Abbas Lawal, stated that Nigeria, as a committed party to the Stockholm Convention on Persistent Organic Pollutants, is obligated to eliminate and manage PCBs in an environmentally sound manner.
As we celebrate this milestone achievement, let us also reaffirm our commitment, our collective resolve to build a cleaner, healthier, and more resilient Nigeria. This aligns strongly with the renewed hope agenda of our President, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
In commissioning Nigeria's first ever and West Africa's first ever PCBs treatment facility. This project is a powerful demonstration of Nigeria's leadership and commitment to public health protection and global compliance under the Stockholm Convention.
She said not even first in Nigeria. She said this is second in Africa. Honourable Minister, sir, it's a blessing, and this is a milestone under your regime for us to achieve this. This is great.
The national community has helped by bringing this to us. We should show leadership in Africa that we've learned and we will replicate them.
We've been able to decommission a big threat in our country.
The Federal Ministry of Environment, in collaboration with its partners, has assured of continued reforms, stronger enforcement, and sustained engagements across all sectors to ensure hazardous chemicals are properly managed and pollution is effectively prevented. Charles Alpha, NTA News.
Rapid development of the society is anchored on quick dispensation of justice. This is the convergence of opinions at the opening of Justice Week of the Law Officers Association of Nigeria, Federal Ministry of Justice branch in Abuja. Dele Atumbi of our Judiciary Desk reports.
Members of the Law Officers Association of Nigeria are legal practitioners in the public bar, serving as prosecution counsel and defenders of government policies and programs in civil matters. Their coming together is in defense of justice and uplifting the nation through the instrumentality of the law as it is.
Beyond declarations and policies, it is the quiet diligence, restraint, and integrity of law officers that sustain confidence in the law and give it enduring life.
Our tools are statutes, judicial precedents, legal principles, and reasoning. Because law, policy, jurisprudence, and even governance are all dynamic, we must keep reading, we must keep learning and relearning.
As stakeholders in the justice sector, members of the association are of the view that the sector should be strengthened for speedy adjudication of justice.
One of the innovations of the new fundamental enforcement rule is that it subpedaled on the strict requirement of local standard in fundamental rights enforcement suits.
Overprotection has created the very ethical risk the profession aims to prevent, as some practitioners resort to informal, unregulatory, or concealed commercial partnership, increasing conflict of interest and confidentiality breaches.
Law Officers Association of Nigeria is saddled with the core mandate of promoting and protecting the interests of law officers as State Council, serving with the Federal Ministry of Justice, the 36 state ministries of justice, and law officers in the Department of Legal Services of the Federal Capital Territory Administration. In Abuja, Dele Atumbi, NTA News.
Minister of State for Works, Bello Mohammed Goronyo, has commended President Tinubu for the 2026 appropriation bill, describing it as people-centered and responsive to the pressing needs of Nigerians, particularly in the critical areas of security and road infrastructure. In a statement by the Special Advisor on Media, Abdullahi Mohammed, SM Media, the minister noted that the significant budgetary allocation to security reflects the president's unwavering commitment to safeguarding lives and property across the country, stressing that no meaningful development can be achieved without a secure environment. According to him, improved security will enhance economic activities, boost investor confidence, and promote national stability. He further praised the strong emphasis placed on road infrastructure, stating that sustained investment in the construction, rehabilitation, and completion of federal roads will ease transportation challenges. Bello Goronyo emphasized that the combined focus on enhanced security and improved road infrastructure, alongside economic reforms, physical discipline, human capital development in education and health, will go a long way in alleviating the hardship currently faced by the citizens. The Federal Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation has launched the OneGov Enterprise Content Management ECM system. Usman Zubeiru reports that the Minister of Water Resources, Professor Joseph Utsev, alongside head of the Civil Service of the Federation, launched the program, marking a major milestone from paper-based operations to a smart, integrated, and technology-driven platform.
The launch of the OneGov Go Live underscores the federal government's commitment to digital governance, institutional reforms, and improved service delivery in line with the renewable agenda. Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Professor Joseph Utsev, described the development of the OneGov ECMS as a landmark achievement that will transition the Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation from paper-based operation to a smart, integrated, and technology-driven work environment.
The ministry is a technically driven ministry, where charts, graphs, pictures, diagrams are involved in our work. Our work is almost about 98% technical. And getting this digital is enormous work. And our people are up to that task and are doing it well, and they will do it well.
Head of the Civil Service of the Federation, DDS Wilson Jack, while launching the digital reform, described the initiatives as a bold and transformative step in public administration. She explained that the OneGov ECMS enables to secure digital records and federal government directives for the full digitalization of work process by the end of December 2025.
The ministry has therefore achieved full compliance in its ministerial deliverable on the digitalization of content services, and that is worthy of commendation.
With this launch, the ministry will fully embrace the system and desist from parallel paper-based processes that undermine efficiency. Usman Zubeiru, NTA News.
This is the news on NTA International. We'll take a break here. There will be more reports when we return. Do stay. Many thanks for staying on. The United Nations has launched an urgent appeal for $33.2 million to provide shelter and assistance to more than 80,000 refugees who have fled into Burundi amid the renewed fighting in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo involving the Rwanda-backed M23 rebel group. The $33.2 million funding request aims to ensure decent hosting conditions, including emergency, shelter, water, sanitation, and health services. According to the UN High Commissioner for Refugees, nearly 80,000 people have arrived in Burundi since early December, including 71,989 Congolese nationals and 8,000 Burundian returnees. The agency anticipates up to 90,000 total new arrivals and warned of dire conditions, with many refugees camping under trees in the open during the rainy season, lacking basic infrastructure, food or shelter. A UNHCR photo released with the appeal depicted dozens of displaced people huddled beneath foliage, highlighting the acute humanitarian needs. The latest displacement adds to the ongoing crisis in eastern DRC, where M23 captured the major cities of Goma in January and Bukavu in February earlier this year. The conflict has uprooted millions regionally, with accusations that Rwanda continues to support the rebels despite denials from Kigali. Central African Republic has deployed armed forces ahead of elections scheduled for December 28, 2025. Deputy Chief of the General Staff in charge of operations, Major General Freddie Johnson Sakama, said the deployment will serve as reinforcement for the security arrangements already in place on the ground. Campaigning had kicked off in the country, with voters set to cast their ballots. Besides national, regional and municipal lawmakers and Central Africans are set to pick their president, with incumbent Faustin Achanje Todera in pole position out of a 7-strong field after modifying the constitution to allow him seek for a third term. Plenary session of the South American Mercosur Bloc Summit underway in Brazil as EU diplomatic sources say a long-delayed trade deal may now be signed on January 12th, and French farmers continue protests against the handling of the lumpy skin disease epidemic. Uche Ugochukwu reports.
Presidents of the Mercosur bloc are meeting in Brazil to seek a solution to the postponement of the free trade agreement with the European Union, while also evaluating rapprochements with other trading partners. The signing of the agreement, negotiated for a quarter of a century, was scheduled for the meeting of the leaders of Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay and Uruguay. However, the EU postponed it until January due to opposition from farmers, primarily from France and Italy. The day before, the foreign ministers of Paraguay and Argentina pressured the European bloc to sign the pact as soon as possible. Paraguayan Foreign Minister Ruben Ramirez told reporters after a meeting with his Mercosur counterparts that they are willing to move forward, understanding that Europe has its own deadlines for fulfilling its internal institutional requirements, but that at the same time, the deadlines are not indefinite. A source from the European Commission and 2 diplomats said Friday in Brussels that the new date set for the signing is January 12, 2026 in Paraguay, which will succeed Brazil as Mercosur's rotating president at the end of the summit. Meanwhile, in Gironde, southwestern France, protests continued against the handling of the lumpy skin disease epidemic, and the farmers' blockade on the A63 motorway remained in place on the first day of the school holidays, despite calls from the government and some agricultural unions for a Christmas truce. Colombian President Gustavo Petro visited the municipality of Roberto Peña in southwestern parts of the country to launch a new community-led initiative aimed at eliminating illicit crops. The program seeks to replace illegal economies with sustainable agricultural production, placing rural communities at the center of the region's social transformation. Uche Ugochukwu, NTA News.
The World Bank has approved a $500 million financing package to support small businesses in Nigeria through the Fostering Inclusive Finance for MSMEs in Nigeria (FINCLUDE) project. The project, designed to address the challenges faced by micro, small and medium enterprises (MSMEs) in accessing formal finance, with fewer than 1 in 20 MSMEs having access to bank credit, will be implemented by the Development Bank of Nigeria, DBN, and will focus on providing affordable, longer-term finance and tailored solutions to segments with the greatest development impact, including women-led enterprises and agribusinesses. It will also provide technical assistance to modernize loan appraisal and build capacity for MSMEs and participating financial institutions. According to the World Bank, the FINCLUDE project is expected to mobilize approximately $1.89 billion in private capital, expand debt financing to 250,000 MSMEs, and issue up to $800 million in guarantees to catalyze lending. The project is expected to have a significant impact on job creation and economic growth in Nigeria, particularly in the agriculture sector. The Corps Marshal Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC Shehu Mohammed, has directed all commanding officers across the Federation to ensure 100% deployment of personnel, patrol teams and operational assets in line with the operational guidelines of Operation Zero Tolerance Special Patrol Exercise. The directive signals the Corps' uncompromising determination to dominate the roads, enforce discipline and protect lives during the peak end-of-year travel season, declaring zero tolerance for negligence, compromise or operational slack. The exercise, which commenced on 15 December 2025, will run until 15 January 2026, is a high-impact, intelligence-driven, nationwide special operation aimed at delivering round-the-clock patrols, strategic traffic management, rapid emergency response and aggressive enforcement of traffic laws, and all formations have been mandated to prioritize critical corridors, crash-prone locations, gridlock points, and major interstate routes, while ensuring sustained visibility of FRSC personnel as a strong deterrent to traffic violations. The Nigerian Technical Aid Corps, NTAC, has deployed 17 volunteers to St. Kitts and Nevis, marking a significant milestone in Nigeria's expanding technical cooperation and soft power engagement in the Caribbean region. Kelvin Ewunai reports.
At an orientation for the volunteers, Director General of NTAC, Dr. Yusuf Buba Yakub, described the deployment as a special mission stemming from President Bola Tinubu's directive during a state visit to the Caribbean. He noted that the initiative reflects Nigeria's commitment to supporting sister nations through skills transfer and development cooperation. Following successful deployments to Grenada and Jamaica, the Corps is set to extend similar engagement to 6 additional Eastern Caribbean countries in 2026. He also highlighted the historic nature of the mission, noting that the volunteers are among the first passengers on Air Peace maiden direct flight from Lagos to Antigua, significantly reducing travel time and strengthening Nigerian Caribbean connectivity.
Spirit of South-South cooperation, what we are doing is sending out our experts. It is a win-win thing. When we send them out, we are retraining them. We are exposing them to the way things are done in other parts of the world. If you keep your experts in the 4 corners of the university or in the 4 corners of your hospitals, they don't go out there to learn and develop themselves, then you will not have the best. So this deployment is 2 ways. We are going there to serve humanity, to fill gaps in those countries, and also to expose and retrain our experts.
Government provides stipends for the volunteers during their 2-year service. The government of St. Kitts and Nevis will provide accommodation and utilities. They include professionals across diverse fields who are now expected to be the torchbearers of Nigeria's good image in their host country for the next 2 years. In Abuja, Kelvin Ewunai, NTA News.
The African Democratic Congress, ADC, has unveiled the One Nigerian, One Skill initiative to tackle youth unemployment. Timothy Yusuf reports that the initiative was powered by the National Welfare Officer of the party in collaboration with the ADC Coalition Support Network.
The One Nigerian, One Skill initiative of the African Democratic Congress, ADC, aimed at empowering Nigerians with vocational skills, driving job creation, and promoting self-reliance. A key program under the party's agenda for national development and empowering citizens beyond traditional politics.
We firmly believe that every Nigerian has potential, and through One Nigerian, One Skill, we are providing the platform to unlock that potential and translate it into productivity and prosperity.
One skill for every Nigerian. That's one thing that ADC has started today.
We train them to be ambassadors of the African Democratic Congress.
In another development, the senator representing the Federal Capital Territory, Ireti Kingibe, has formally joined the African Democratic Congress, ADC, after collecting the party's membership card, marking her official departure from the Labour Party.
See my card!
And for the #1 senator in the FCT to be declaring for the party, it's a very, very warm sign, and we are receiving her gladly.
Some national officials of the ADC, candidates for the February 21, 2026 FCT Area Council elections, and party supporters emphasized that the lawmakers' decision was guided by a commitment to inclusive governance, accountability, and structured opposition. Timothy Yusuf, NTA News.
And this is where we end the news. We thank you so much for being a part of it. I am Chinenye Nwe.